Fredrik coming at you with another episode of Hey Bror Fredrik. On today's episode, I'm going to discuss a topic that I've been talking about on my lives for the past couple of weeks, and I've been receiving a lot of emails about, and I've been receiving a lot of email confirmations about, and that is, are the slot machines in Las Vegas getting tighter? We all have our opinions. I don't have exact statistics, but most of you know I am a pretty avid slot machine player. I play a couple times a week, so I have some personal experience with the subject that I'm going to drop on you, but we're going to drive up and down the Las Vegas Strip while we discuss it. And we'll do that right after this. Welcome back. Again, my name's Bror Fredrik, local Las Vegas-based photographer, videographer, cinematographer, and part-time philosopher. And I invite you to like, share, subscribe, hit that bell button to get notified when I do this again, which is 2 to 3 times a week I go live, and 2 to 3 times a week I drop a video. So let's get right into it. Are the slot machines in Las Vegas getting tighter? Spoiler alert, I've noticed they have. Now, how do I notice they have? Well, like I said, I play often. I play, well, not as much as I used to play. I used to go and play after every single live, make a couple bucks, lose a couple bucks, whatever the case may be. Entertainment value is always there. But I've noticed as of late, the machines are getting tighter and tighter and tighter and tighter. Now, if you stick around till the end of the video, which I recommend that you do, I'm going to tell you what you can do about it to offset the fact that the machines are indeed getting tighter. Now, how are they getting tighter and why are they getting tighter? Well, I did a video a couple of months ago about how the casinos can manipulate the machines, and I'll drop a card for that now, and how the casinos can adjust the percentages up and down if they wanted to. I'm not saying they are, but if they wanted to, they can almost do it on the fly in between two people playing. So yes, it is possible. So get the idea of the RNG, the random number generator, the little chip inside the computer that controls all the play, and there's nothing a casino can do about it. They just set it and that's the end of it. No, that is not the case. That is very 90s. Now, there are machines that they still have random number generators, but the modern machines are all tied into central software that can control the percentages. Now, lately, the percentages have been getting tighter and tighter and tighter. Why is that? Okay, this town has always operated under the principle that the busier it is, the less they have to do for people. You'll notice that with room rates. When the town is empty, you get the best room rates. When the town is absolutely full, they're like, F you, and you pay the most. That's how any tourist destination works. So right now, despite what's going on in the world, you know what I'm talking about, this town is, for the most part, at a very, very good capacity. Even though there's not a lot of international tourists here, people are coming from all around the country to spend their time and spend their money here in Las Vegas. So there's absolutely no reason for them to loosen up the machines, that everybody's a winner. Now, let me tell you about machines a little bit. By law, these casinos can ratchet down the pay on a slot machine down to 75%. Now, that's not what you think. People think very narrow about that. They say, okay, 75%. That means if I put in 100, I should get back $75. Well, mathematically, that's correct in the narrow perspective, but it operates on a much larger principle. What that means is we could take it as far as you want. We could say 75% of all people who put money in the slot machine will get something back. They'll either break even, make a penny, hit a jackpot, and 25% are going to get hosed. Now, that isn't quite accurate either, because how it actually works is that's the percentage of the money that they hold. Now, they can hose, the machines can beat 1 million players in a row. 1 million can lose every single dime that they put in a slot machine. And all they have to do is let one person, I'm talking the slot machines, not the actual properties, all they have to do is let one person hit the progressive of 2 million, 3 million, 1 million, 600,000, whatever the progressive happens to be. That one person can hit it and level back out the percentage. So that could be 99.99999% of the people lose. One person hits a big ass jackpot, and then it evens out the scale. Then they can say, yes, we pay out, at 86%. Yeah, we completely hosed 99.9999999% of the people, but we gave away this big jackpot. So one person goes home a winner, minus taxes and all that, and everyone else gets hosed. So that's how a slot machine actually works. So back to the subject, machines getting tighter. Yes, they are. I've noticed it in my play. I've been hitting the same amount of bonuses on the Buffalo, and, I'm making, they're not huge. They're not big re-triggers. They're nothing to speak of. I'm seeing the same patterns on the machines I play, but the payoffs just haven't been there, and the money hasn't been lasting quite as long. For entertainment value, I'm going to show you a line hit from a Buffalo machine that I played about 2 or 3 days ago over at the RW. The RW has a few Buffalo machines that are quite loose. And I really don't want to, I've said during my lives which ones they are, but I don't want to completely publicize it. But there is money to be made on slot machines. But as a whole, the town is ratcheting a little tighter. They know you're putting the money in the slot machine. Have they discussed it in the back room? Hey, let's turn them all down to 76%. I don't know. Maybe they did, maybe they didn't. Maybe it's an anomaly. Each month, the Gaming Commission keeps track of the payouts and the payoffs and all the rest of that. And it is indeed trending down, but it definitely trends. And I'll keep you on top of the trend. But right now, whether it's just an anomalous behavior or these properties did indeed turn down the percentages, there is something going on. And it's verified by other people. People in the Bror Nation Facebook group I encourage you to join are also noting the same thing. And I've also noted people from around the country at their local casinos noting the same thing. Again, could be anomaly, could be the properties just trying to capitalize on the amount of people who are still coming to town despite what's going on around us. So now that I've established that, yes, the machines are getting tighter. No ifs, ands, or buts. Hopefully it's a temporary thing, but if it changes for the better or for the worse, I'll make another video and let you know what exactly is going on. Now, let's talk about what you can do about the fact that the machines here in Las Vegas are indeed getting tighter. And we'll discuss that right after this. Welcome back. Now, what can you do about the fact, at least in my own perception, in my own humble opinion, that slot machines here in Las Vegas, and from what I've heard in other places as well, are getting tighter at the moment. And it is now August, late August of 2021. 2021. If anything changes, I'll make another video. But as of August 2021, it is my perception and my belief that the machines are indeed getting tighter. Now, what can you do about that? Or is there anything you can do about it? Well, first thing you can do is just not play slot machines. Is that an option? I suppose it is. Myself, what have I done? I've definitely ratcheted back my play, but I am still playing because I do have the advantage of being a local here. So I can keep tabs on what machines are paying and what aren't according to my own given experience, more than someone who's just coming here casually. I can tell, I know where they are. A lot of people don't have time to put in the effort, even though I have made videos on how to pick a slot machine, and those are still valid. I'll put links in the description. So option number one, just not play. But that might not be an option for you. You come to town, you want to play some slot machines. So there is option number two, which is, as I always say, discipline, 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 discipline. It's more important than ever that you have discipline in your gaming. I will tell you exactly what not to do right now under these current slot machine tightness conditions, which is play the money that you put in a machine down to zero. Because that's just a bad idea. Even if slots are paying off like crazy, that's just a horrible idea to put in 100 and cash out 14 cents or leave it in the machine. As I always say, always you put in some money and then you determine what is my loss. I'm willing to do, I put in 50, I'm willing to lose 50, I'm willing to lose 40, I'm willing to lose 60 and cash the F out. That's a given regardless of the conditions. Why cash out? Because it gives you a good feeling to walk away with some of your own money. It's just gut-wrenching to cash out at 15 cents. That's not what playing a machine should be about. If that doesn't bother you, you got to do a checkup from the neck up and figure out why. But always cash out something. Now, why is that important right now? Because if you cash out, if you put in 100, I'm using a hypothetical 100, and you cash out at 60, you lost your $40, 40% of your bankroll. If you put in 1,000 and you lose 40% of your bankroll, hit the road. The reason why this is important now under these current conditions is that will give you the opportunity to explore more machines to find out which ones are paying. Like I said, at the end of the video, I'll show you a massive line hit on the Buffalo on a very well-paying machine. They are still here. They haven't turned everything off. There are still well-paying machines, but it is your job to find them. But if you're cashing out 14 cents at every time you slip your money in there, now other people say, well, I'll just put 20 in each machine, run it down to zero. At the same time, you're not giving the machine a chance to actually do anything. You know, it's not going to do anything in 5 or 10 hits. That would be a miracle, but it'll give you the opportunity to explore more machines. So if you have a budget of 500, again, you know I'm a proponent of sessions. So you put your money in, you see how it goes, you give the machine a chance, and then you cash out, and then you use my strategy and you go find yourself another machine, give that one a try, and give that one a try until you find a machine that has a good payback. There are a lot of machines in town that still have payback, so you might as well go find them. But if you're going to play down to 14 cents on a shitty machine, you will not find them. That's just the way it is. So now it's even more important than ever to cash out with something, because it's like mining. It's like drilling for oil. You might have to dig a few holes. You might have to drill a few different locations until you hit pay dirt. And if you're running your bankroll down to zero on a crap machine, you're not going to have enough money to go find those payers. So discipline, discipline, discipline. Tons of links in my gaming hacks and tips playlist. Just check the description below, or I'll pop a card up here if I remember, whatever. Now, option number 3 under these conditions is to perhaps start playing table games. But that might not be an option for everyone because, again, table games, they can't make them any tighter other than roulette by adding the extra, green, which kind of hosed everyone. Now there's 3 greens on a lot of tables. So yeah, they did, jack with the odds. But what's happening in town here is the table minimums are increasing. Even at like El Cortez and local places, craps is $15 in the morning during the week, and then after that, all bets are off. It could be 25, it could be 50. We're passing the win core right now. Their average table on the weekend is $100 minimum. And that's like high limit room numbers right there. Oh, look, they're paving. We should get a smooth ride from here, okay? Let's see how far this goes. So that might not be in your budget. What I would recommend, if you're going to do that, if you do have the bankroll to pay at least, finding a $10 table is hard, but if you have a bankroll that can sustain $15 minimum bets, I would say play at a blackjack table. Go watch some videos on how to play blackjack. Maybe I'll do a video on how to play, proper blackjack strategy and all that. But that would probably be your best bet. Yes, there's still house odds, but I wouldn't say it's a game you can beat, but it's a game where your money can last if you follow the proper strategy. And you will also get credits for the amount of time you play, the average bet. So from a comp level, if you're a comp chaser, which I don't recommend either, I'll do a video on that, you will make out well on blackjack. Now, the only thing where they did ding the odds in the house's favor, again, manipulated the odds a little, is the fact that they now pay, for the most part, 6-5 on a blackjack. So for, every 5 you bet, you get back 6. It used to be 2-3. For every 2 you get, you got back 3. So they did change the blackjack in their favor, which shoved a little more of the house edge in there. But you can still find tables that are 2-3, 3-2, and I would also ask, go and find the rules because they're different. They would also, there's tables that they can hit on soft 17s, things like that. So go find out the rules at the specific tables, go watch some videos, and go find out the proper strategy to play and how to avoid crappy tables. And that's what you need to do. So you got a choice: either stop playing, use discipline so you're not running your money down to zero, so you can go find out which machines might actually pay you off, or you can start picking a different game such as blackjack if you find the right table. So I'm going to thank you right now for coming along for this ride, for this talk. So now you know, are the slot machines in Las Vegas getting tighter at the moment? August 2021, my answer is yes. Some might disagree with me. Put your comments down below. Oh, let me toss in one last thing. When it comes to slot machines, stop playing progressive slot machines if you want your money to last. Because a slot machine that's a progressive, now what's a progressive slot machine? A progressive slot machine, you could pick them off right away by noting what the payout is. If it says grand, major, minor, mini, anything like that, it's a progressive. If you're playing and it says, top jackpot, $12,999, it's a progressive. If it says, the top prize for this royal flush is $1,162.62, it is a progressive. Now, why are progressive machines especially bad to play and especially bad now? I got a video about that too. It's because they don't include line hits. Now, that follows the principle to a T. So what happens with that is they hose everyone, and pay off a jackpot to some random person, which most likely will not be you. And that levels out the playing field back again. And they can say, oh, we're paying off at 86%, when actually, if it wasn't for the jackpot, the machine would probably be like 40%, which is absolutely horrible. So avoid progressive machines, play straight up machines. And I would also recommend, here's a bonus tip, I would also recommend playing video poker. I would find some machines that are 9-6 payback video poker, and go look that up too. Watch 9-6. That's a subject for a whole nother video, but those are my recommendations. So now I'm going to thank you for coming along for this ride up and down the strip. As a matter of fact, I'm going to hop off right now as we wrap this up and go down, let's see, Circus Road. There's a classic old place full of coin spitters. And stick around till the end. I'm going to slap up that crazy line hit I hit over at the RW. So that'll be at the very end of the video. It's freaking awesome on a $1.80 bet. Go check that out. But right now, again, I'm going to invite you to subscribe, like, share, hit that bell button to get notified when I do this again, which is 2 to 3 times a week. Drop a video, 2 to 3 times a week I go live. So hit the bell. You don't want to miss that. And if you'd like to support the channel, you can go ahead and do that with Patreon, get a channel membership, or click on any of the links in the description below. I got everything from the books that I read to the underwear that I wear. Yeah, I get like a point on it, but you know, keeps the wheels moving. And right now, bam, there's the 9% word of the day. I'd like you to put that in the comments. According to YouTube's own stats, everyone, 9% of all viewers stick around to the very end, and I would love for you to be one of them. That would help the channel out tremendously. So right now, I'm gonna drop that crazy win video. And on that note, Bror Fredrik out.
Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.